my creative friends, and welcome back to Zen and Creativity YouTube channel, your daily source of artistic inspiration during the Inktober Tangles 2023. I'm Yehudit Steinberg, your Certified Zentangle Teacher, and it's an absolute delight to be here with you once again. If you're enjoying our videos, please consider liking, subscribing, and ringing that bell of notification so you never miss a moment of creative exploration. We're dedicated to making the Zentangle method accessible to everyone, whether you're a beginner or an experienced tangler. No question is too small, so feel free to ask us in the comments. And better yet, don't forget to join our lively Sunday virtual art lab. It's a perfect place to connect with like-minded artists from around the world and get your questions answered. You can get all that information in the description of this video. And for your convenience, I have now added chapters in the video descriptions so you can easily jump to the step out or follow the pattern drawing step by step. Check the video description for quick navigation. But before we dive into today's tangle, let's take a moment to revisit the beautiful patterns that we've explored over the past few days. And all of the videos for Inktober Tangles is in the description, the link to the specific videos day by day. Now, on day 11, we delved into Dark Busters. That was a really fun tangle and very easy. Followed by a moth on day 12, which makes a beautiful border. And then I can this on day 13, learning an ancient pattern that is a bit complicated, but with our simple step-by-steps, we got through it and we are now able to create this age-old design pattern. So it's always a pleasure to have you along on this creative journey. Today's tangle is Prima, and it's deconstructed by Kimberly Wood, CZT. And for your convenience, I've added chapters in the video description so you can easily jump to the step outs or follow the pattern drawing step by step at your convenience. So check the video description for quick navigation. Now, what does Kimberly say about this tangle? This is her first deconstructed pattern, and it is a lovely stylized flower pattern using the tangle patterns flux and fescue to make a ballerina-like pattern that you can insert into your floral pieces. It's very graceful and has the movement of a dancer. I really am taken by this pattern, and I hope you will be too. For beginners, this is an easy pattern to learn as long as you stay with me step by step until you have practiced it, and then you have the step out. So at this time, what we do during the daily videos is to give you the opportunity to take a screenshot of Prima. Now, maybe you have taken the screenshot that shows you all the materials that I'm using. I'm using a graphite pencil. I'm using a mechanical one, which I like very, very much. I'm using a Micron 01, and I'm using an 08 for the inking areas, and I'm using a graphite pencil with a blending stone. And I'm going to draw this on a 2-inch bijou tile. Now, I want to remind you, if you don't already know, that I have a beginner's guide for Inktober Tangles 2023, and you receive that once you register over on Eventbrite, and that gives you access to the beginner's guide. And I have templates there. I have step out templates. I have the 2-inch bijou practice template sheet, and I have the mandala template that some of us are doing, where you have 31 spaces to put the 31 tangles once you've learned them. Okay, let's get started. Now, let's take a look at step 1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the typical 4 dots in a corner to give a border to this tile. So in classic Zentangle, we start with 4 dots. We connect them to create a border, which adds structure to our tile and a framework to work within. Working with a 2-inch tile, we can complete it in a short period of time. So I'm going to start in the corner here, because I want to give a little bit of flair. And if you take a look at your step out, the first step is actually, and I'm going to draw this with my pencil just to get it positioned where I want on the page. And I like that. So the first, this is the first step. If you want to give it a little more of a bend, like I did there, you can certainly do that as well. We're going to start like this. And now the next step is we're going to put this butt on top. Almost give it a little bit of a point. I like doing 2 strokes there. And then step 3, we're going to, is where we draw the flux on one side, the right side, and then we draw another flux right next to it. And then we come to the other side, and I'm going to turn my tile a little bit so I can get that shape and give it 1, 2, and a little flux there. I'm going to take a look at it, and I think I can actually add 1 here. The next step is we're going to embellish. We're going to put little C shapes on the end of our petals here. And then I'm going to come in with my 08, and I'm going to give it some ink. An 05 would be good. The 08 is a little big here. I want to quickly fill these, so I'm not taking all day on the video. And then the original design has these little flecks. It almost makes me think of a pussy willow. Just random. And also with flux, we put a line and then a couple of dots. Okay, so now for the final touch is these fescues, and they remind me of the arms of a ballerina. We'll do that on the other side. There you have it. There's a couple other things we can do to embellish. I'm going to come in and put some little tiny curve lines here on the stem to give it a little bit of texture and interest. When I finish this, I'm going to come through and give it a little shading as well. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give an aura around these petals. Okay. And so let's shade. And as I have suggested in other videos, take a look at what some of the other artists are doing to give you some ideas of variations on this, how you can make this flower, well, this flower design your own. I'll put a and then, as I like to do in my variation, when I'm doing black and white, I like to come in with some gold. And I'm just going to give this just a little navigation. There we have Prima. This is a picture of the Inktober mandala template that I am using to draw the 31 tangles on an art piece. So each week end, I draw the past 7 days and I record it. And next week, I will have 14 days on this. I'll have 14 days on this drawing. If you are enjoying our tutorials and haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It helps us reach more creative folks like yourself. And don't forget about our Sunday virtual art lab. It's a vibrant community where we learn, share, and grow together. Check the description for all the details. And don't forget, I've added chapters in the video description so you can easily jump to the step out or follow the pattern. Check the video description for quick navigation. And as we look ahead, mark your calendars for our upcoming beginner series in November. The details are coming very shortly. It's the perfect opportunity to deepen your Zentangle practice. Plus, for those who'd like to show your support and buy us a virtual cup of coffee, visit our coffee.com tip jar. Your support keeps this creative space going. Well, that's it for today, folks. Remember, there's no behind, just a world of creativity ahead. Stay inspired, and we'll see you on day 15. Happy tangling!